What's up, everybody? I'm Logan Alec. This is the Money Done Right show, and today I'm going to share with you 7 financial resolutions for the new year so you can make this year your best money year ever. Let's get into it. It's easy to let your financial goals slide throughout the year, and this is the perfect time to refocus. A few resolutions can help you identify financial targets and make the right adjustments to meet those goals in the new year and beyond. On the other hand, staying committed to your New Year's resolutions can be incredibly difficult. In fact, the psychological component of personal finance is often the most challenging. This episode will cover some of the best financial resolutions to consider in the new year, along with suggestions to help maintain your momentum over a longer period of time. Resolution number 1: start saving for retirement. People often think they can afford to think about retirement later, but that's far from the truth. In reality, saving for retirement from an early age is one of the best things you can do for your financial situation. The longer you put it off, the harder it will become to make up for that lost time. For example, if you start contributing 10% of a modest $40,000 salary at age 30, with a 50% employer match up to 6% on your 401k, you could have nearly $750,000 in your 401k plan if you want to retire at age 65, assuming a 7% average rate of return. On the other hand, if you wait until age 45, you'll have less than $400,000 even if you double your contribution percentage to 20% of your salary. And while saving for retirement is always important, it's especially crucial if your employer offers a 401k match. Some companies provide a full match, but most match a certain percentage of employee contributions up to a defined limit, such as a 50% match up to 6% of your salary. These programs give you the opportunity to earn an immediate, unmatched return on your 401k contributions. For example, a $2,500 contribution matched at 50% immediately becomes $3,750 after the employer match. Generating such strong returns with no added risk is virtually unheard of in personal finance. No matter where you are financially, you should almost always take advantage of an employer match. If you're currently on vacation, talk to someone in accounting or HR after the holidays to learn more about your company's policies. Resolution number 2: increase your investing knowledge. Investing is one of the most intimidating areas of personal finance, and understanding how to make informed investment decisions takes time. There's a lot to learn, and you won't feel confident until you spend some time reading about the relevant concepts and strategies. Understanding investment practices is critical for retirement, but you can also invest on your own over and above your retirement portfolio. Developing a good mix of investments will help you generate reliable returns without exposing yourself to unnecessary risks. If your employer offers a 401k plan, I would encourage you to learn more about it. Many employers have in-house people whom you can speak to regarding your 401k plan's investment options. This is the perfect chance to refocus your financial plan and create a portfolio that aligns with your short and long-term goals. Also, I'm here for you to answer any investing questions you have. Please leave your question in the comment section and I'll answer it. Resolution number 3: think about major expenses. Expensive items can throw your budget off for weeks, months, or years, and we often wait too long to start considering our biggest purchases. While some costs are always unpredictable, you can improve your financial health by projecting into the future rather than taking your budget month by month. So in this new year, take some time to identify any costs you expect to come up throughout the year and estimate how much you'll need to save up to cover them. Instead of coming up with a financial plan on the fly, start saving now so that you're fully prepared. If you're planning to upgrade your phone at the beginning of the summer, for example, you have a full 6 months to put some money together if you begin saving now at the start of the new year. The new year is the easiest time to forecast future expenses, and you can review and adjust your projections each month if anything changes. Resolution number 4: get out of debt. Like putting off retirement savings, staying in debt is one of the most common financial mistakes. If you're only making the minimum payment toward each balance, you're giving your debts more time to accumulate interest and taking even longer to become debt-free. You should always try to supplement the minimum payment and bring debts down as quickly as possible in high-interest debt. Credit cards in particular are notorious for charging exorbitant rates. At 20% or more, there's a good chance your payments are mostly going toward interest. Debt consolidation can help you reduce interest rates and simplify the payment process if you're managing multiple debts. Debt consolidation loans are available from countless lenders, and most options come with far lower interest rates than credit cards. You'll receive a loan and make regular payments until you've paid off the principal and interest. Alternatively, balance transfer credit cards work like any other credit card and are another popular method of consolidating debts. Many of these cards give you a certain amount of time to pay off debts without accumulating interest. In exchange for interest-free payments, however, they usually charge a transfer fee of roughly 3%. See the link in the description for my picks of the best balance transfer cards on the market right now. Resolution number 5, create a will. Many people think of wills as only important for those with a substantial amount of wealth, but the truth is that everyone can benefit from creating a will. Of course, most of us don't think about our estate until it's too late, so making a will or updating your existing will is a great financial New Year's resolution. If you pass away without a suitable will, your assets may not pass how you wanted them to. With a will, however, your assets will be distributed exactly as you see fit. There's no right time to create a will, and it's best to get this out of the way as soon as possible. Keep in mind that an experienced attorney can make the process go quite smoothly and help you avoid making any mistakes while writing your will. If you prefer to save money, there are also a variety of online services designed to streamline the process of creating a will. In short, it's never been easier to write a will, and there's no reason not to take an hour or two to get your affairs in order during this new year. Resolution number 6, build an emergency fund. A shocking percentage of Americans don't have $1,000 set aside for emergencies. An emergency fund offers a crucial layer of security, especially if you're already struggling with debt or other financial obligations. In fact, even before paying off high interest debt, I would recommend putting together a small emergency fund. It might sound counterintuitive to focus on an emergency fund rather than debt, but debt is actually one of the best reasons to start saving money. Even a small emergency fund can help you avoid going further into debt later on and losing your progress. Without an emergency fund, you'll have to use debt or other savings to cover unexpected costs. You shouldn't start budgeting for long-term goals until you have an easily accessible fallback. If you put $1,000 away for retirement rather than an emergency fund, for example, you might need to pull from your retirement savings in a worst-case scenario rather than having a separate account for emergency expenses. That doesn't sound so bad until you realize that withdrawing from your retirement account could have adverse tax consequences. Also, what if the market is down? You'd be forced to sell at a loss in order to cover your unexpected costs, which is not ideal. Building an emergency fund might sound like a long-term process, but you can get a significant amount of money together relatively quickly if you stay committed. If you can find room in your budget for an extra $100 per month starting now in the new year, for example, you'll be up to $500 by the end of May. Resolution number 7, start budgeting. Each of these resolutions can have a substantial impact on your financial outlook, but it's hard to make progress without tracking expenses and keeping a reliable budget. Budgeting is one of the first steps toward taking control of your financial situation. Fortunately, budgeting is more accessible than ever before. A number of apps offer helpful tools for tracking, forecasting, and categorizing expenses along with a wide range of other functions. You can always opt to budget the old-fashioned way if you prefer to use a notebook. While contemporary budgeting apps are highly robust, services like You Need a Budget are relatively complicated and come with a difficult learning curve. If you download an app today, you should have time over the holidays or the next few weeks of the new year to get accustomed to its features and learn how to budget effectively. You can start to move toward other financial goals once you know where your money is going. From there, it's easy to identify problematic spending habits and make the right changes over time. Taking an honest look at your finances often feels overwhelming, but you'll feel better once you understand where you're at and what's holding you back from making more progress. So there you have them, 7 financial resolutions to make this year your best one yet. What are your financial resolutions for the year? Let me know in the comments, and as always, be sure to spank that like button and subscribe to Money Done Right.